Hey, what's happening, everybody out here? So you guys can see from the title what this video is going to be all about. But before I go into that, I want to talk about a video that I put out in August of 2018. In that video, I basically informed everybody that Ford was not building a dual overhead cam engine. They were going to build a pushrod motor. I informed everybody that it was going to be a 7.3, 445 cubic inches, and that this engine was being developed for the big trucks and some specialty vehicles. And I also basically informed everybody the power levels that it was making during testing. Back at that time, depending on calibration, this engine was making 520 horsepower and 590 pound-feet of torque. You know, power numbers have since been released for that truck. I think it was 430 horsepower and 475 pound-feet of torque. Obviously, you know, the stock calibration is a little soft. So the power, you know, power's just not there. But when the tuners get a hold of these trucks and start tuning on them, the true potential of this engine will come through, because it can make a lot more power than that. But I've been in touch with people that are very close to the situation, and I've been informed that the Raptor is going to get the 7.3 liter engine and a 10-speed automatic. Now, that I find that very interesting, guys, because you know, there is a lot of potential in this big pushrod motor, and the Raptor actually is a great candidate to put this motor in. But obviously, it's not going to be the same version of the truck motor that they have, you know, have already developed, because taking a motor from a dump truck and putting it into a performance truck really is really not the way they're going about it. The version of the 7.3 that's going into the Raptor is going to be retuned. It's going to have different cam timing, different intake manifold, and they're doing things with it to get it to deliver more mid-range power, which is far more suitable for the Raptor than a dump truck engine. But yeah, so you know, this what I've been told is that a short bed crew cab Raptor under heavy camo has been seen entering the Dearborn prototype facility complex. And when I have a picture, I'll bring it to you, but I don't have one as of yet. But the truck is under heavy camo, and there's heavy shielding under the rear suspension, independent rear suspension. And you know, the front cradle of this truck, you know, the front cradle K-frame, if you will, has been completely redesigned to accept the big 7.3, and you know, as well as changes to the front suspension. But yeah, so this is the information that's been given to me, and I'm also told that it was visible from the front of the truck that there was a very deep sump oil pan that you could see. And you know, I was also told that there was a very distinct sound to this truck. It had a very deep rumble that pretty much is the 7.3 engine. So there's a lot to be excited about, guys. I think the new Raptor is going to be a really cool truck. But a lot of people have gotten back to me on this subject, saying that Ford has gone backwards, you know, going to pushrod motors after all these years of building overhead cam engines and dual overhead cam engines. But really, if you've ever driven a Ford truck that's got the 6.2 liter V8 engine, it's really not a good truck motor. It you know, will run smooth and it's good and all of that, but it doesn't deliver the torque that you really need for a dump truck or a tow vehicle. So 7.3, personally, going with push rods in this case was a good idea. Now, there's a lot of ways to look at this, guys. I mean, you know, Ford has not been in the pushrod market for a pretty long time. Mopar is building their Hemi engines, the 6.4 liter engines that they build in their Chargers and Challengers. You know, that's a pretty stout motor. And Chevrolet builds the you know, the LT motors and the LS motors. They just came out with an LT2 for the Corvette, making 495 horsepower. Now, so you could see that the pushrod engines have potential. And now Ford is in the pushrod market with this new 7.3 liter engine. So I expect that, you know, this engine is going to end up in other specialty vehicles as well. So this begs the question, is this engine going to end up in the Mustang? Yes. Actually, I was told back in 2018 that a Mustang was already built up with the 7.3. Now, it's hard to get close to this car. It's under heavy cover, but I'm told that it's got a really big hood scoop on it. My guess is that it's a Cobra Jet. So stay tuned, guys. There's going to be more on this subject as the information comes to me. So hit the subscribe button and stay tuned. I do a lot of different things on this channel, but when I get information on this subject, I'll be sure to bring it to you. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll talk to you later.